What have you gotten me into?
Well, it's not as bad as it makes. I think it had to be there for a reason. Don't you love it when this smells like?
What the heck? Go Deerslayer or something like that.
I'll just say no. Fuck it. They're
No,
talking. No. This is your experience. They're talking to you.
No, fuck. I usually go with Antares with that kind of stuff. I just realized. Oh no, she overslept.
I mean, don't you ever do that?
I really regret you making it my name.
Yeah, only one left in the classroom because we want to draw anyone else. I mean, do you like literature? Do you like poems?
Right, my mother's a writer. I have to.
Oh, is that how it works?
Oh, this character is such a misanthrope.
I mean, in his eyes, it's like an annoying little sister dragging him somewhere. So I guess I can kind of see the mentality.
Yes, but girl one.
Yep.
I know we get the name, but girl.
No, it's always girl one.
Yeah. Okay, I do recognize her name.
Yeah, Monica is pretty interesting. Wait, what do you recognize about Monica's name? Just that...
the name being part from the game.
Okay.
None of the other characters' names I recognize, but her.
Yeah.
I've seen her name in like Reddit posts and things like that.
Got it.
We don't get to see the cupcakes, do we?
No, but you can imagine cupcakes with little cat faces. So clearly,
Why even set up the cupcake if I don't get to see it? I dislike some dairy characters so much. I just hate the. I hate the type.
No, I get it.
It's in so many forms of media. I hate it so much. Because it plays on the trope that, you know, if someone bullies you when you're a kid, clearly they like you. And it's like, no, they're just being a bully. But it's off that idea that it's like people, you know, if they care about you, they spurn you. And it's like, no, that's not how that works.
Ready to write a poem when we get home?
The club meeting was like 10 minutes. It was eat cupcakes and leave. Yeah. Two questions. One. In Like Persona 5, can you go the harem route?
No.
Damn it. I want the Persona 5 ending harem route.
You want everyone to beat the shit out of you?
It's a really funny out.
Alright, we're writing a poem.
Please don't tell me. Oh god, there's actually gameplay. I see do they jump up and down based off which word you pick?
Yes. That's why when Yuri was jumping up, she's like, yeah, I like that word. Natsuki, I like that word.
Let's go with a tragedy. It makes no sense, what? Let's go fantasy. Let's go, because I've
Oh, she liked it.
I just like that so much because you're specifically mentioned fate. That is such a fate.
I think our poem was most appealing to Yuri, by the way.
I'm not surprised by that. I did pick most of the depressing words. Thank God, you know, she really likes the main character at the same time that you chose to like her.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, the other two characters had the same thing, and they're now just, you know, depressed in their corner. Those oh no, it's class uniform. God, my brain broke.
What's up?
I thought the polka dots on the dress were part of the dress, not the background of the. I was so confused for a second.
I love how the dialogue's so bland. You're looking at the GUI.
I do love it when the writer just draws lines on the. You know, normally in a book club, they all read the same thing and discuss what they were reading for that day or for that week, instead of reading different things in the same room. So that's all it takes to write a good poem, is just randomly regurgitate words you've heard. What the fuck? Yes, I agree with the character. That was stupid.
Well, Noah, are you having a good time so far?
No, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Okay, I will point out that was my mother's advice. She used to teach once a week, come into my like elementary school classes and like different ones in the school, and we would do writing stuff with us. And her advice was always just get something down on the paper.
Got it. So Monica is actually giving some good advice.
Yeah, that is actually valid advice. Oh my god. Someone had to write these. Someone had to, like, some 25-year-old, 30-year-old person, you know, had to go, okay, what would this 16-year-old, 15-year-old, you know, teenage girl who's bouncy and, you know, carefree write? This game is exactly everything I hate in the romance subplots of every video game and story. It distilled into one thing. Oh god. Depression purely because I also like the idea of continually writing him. Like this character just continually is actually writing the most depressing shit possible. It's like, maybe he needs help?
We'll see. He already jumped up.
Wait, on depression?
Yeah.
That makes zero sense. I am mostly just picking at empty. I am mostly just picking at random. What? No idea.
There's a lot of ways you could take that.
hang on. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here.
What's up?
Does she commit suicide?
Monica? No.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this game can get disturbing, but it doesn't go that far.
Well, that's what it's like. I knew, like, something weird happened, so it's like, and, you know, her... It's very abstract and kind of dark, so it's like, it doesn't get to the point where she, like, kills herself. So when do the demons invade?
The demons?
I'm, like, deeply worried what happens in this game, because the only only thing I've heard from people, it's like, it gets weird.
It does get weird. Like, maybe it gets weird in a sexy way.
Please no. Anything but that. I'll take Eldritch Horrors coming from the abyss over that. Well, it wouldn't make sense to walk over here. She doesn't live near here. Seriously, you're telling me this character doesn't commit suicide? Do you not have parents?
I guess not. Or maybe they're just busy. Yeah, I love how, like, in every one of these stories, everyone's parents are always MIA.
Guess I picked the wrong character. Got it. Jesus Christ, that gets dark. Jesus Christ, this is such a turn of emotions. Like, here's the super dark, depressing things. You talk about, you know, the utter despair that depression can be.
Yeah, where it's...
All right, now, here, have fun with your anime waifu. And they're so good for cutting.
No!
Everyone has depression. Fuck, that's why she's wearing a long sleeve shirt. God damn it, she actually cuts. If she actually cuts...
Everyone has
Do
problems,
they all have
man.
depression? Is that the end of the story?
It is implied that it's implied that Natsuki's father is abusive. Yeah.
God fucking damn it. Yeah, she absolutely cuts, doesn't she? I deeply regret having it be my name now.
Noah.
Yeah, I deeply regret this choice. Much would rather it be one of my D&D character names. Great, so, okay. Depression, putting, which usually is part of depression, but abusive father. I'm trying to think what Monica's is then. Unless it was all just a variant of depression.
It's like Winnie the Pooh, and they're all different variations of mental diseases.
Yeah. So is this why this one was especially because it's all about, it talks about psychology and mental health things?
I thought that'd be one way to get your interest peaked. Just to see how someone's take on it.
Okay, this is another anime thing that I've always found funny. The fact that their hair color matches their eye color.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing.
That doesn't happen all the time, but I do see what you're talking about.
I get it. I get it. It's just color matching and, like, again, it's
aesthetically pleasing, yeah.
But I find it funny because, like, that eye color, that's the sign of some disease, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, the purple hair is also not normal, too.
You could say at least she dyes her hair.
Maybe she's wearing color contacts, then.
Oh, maybe. That's a weird thing to do, though. Did you click that without...
No, I just highlight.
Oh, okay, you're highlighting. I mean, yeah, the bottom one. Because...
Pity love is bad.
Pity love is pretty bad. By the way, if they go with the saying, you know, you love her option is the better option, fuck them. I was right that someone decided to do this. I just picked the wrong person.
No, that's another game. Okay, we're done.
Yeah. Sure. One ending. Wow.
I think something's wrong with my file.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Brian, your game seems to be broken.
Yeah. Sorry about
probably
that.
Restart it. Probably, you know.
Yeah, that scene hit me hard when I first played this.
So, pause it. like don't keep sniffing. I have mixed feelings about it. It's a very good scene, and the truth is that might be what happens in a situation like that.
Yeah, because no matter, I mean, sometimes even if you give support,
Right.
it's not like, oh, if I told her I loved her, oops, I accidentally felt her up on day one. This would have been, no, that's not how depression works.
Right, and that's where my frustration comes. Like as I have mixed feelings about it, where it's like, one, that isn't an unrealistic thing that can happen, where someone wants something that is unrealistic from you, and that pushes them over the edge into suicidal ideation. That is an unrealistic thing that happens. I don't know if I like the game, and I would have to replay and see what happens if you pick that option.
Oh, if you choose to love her,
yeah,
I'll say that it happens anyway.
It happens anyway. Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate.
Yeah, because I knew that if it were like that's why she did it, no, she would have done it either way.
That makes me feel a little better, because that's a very dangerous way to do the story. That giving into those thoughts or those ideas first is what would help her.
The more we play, we'll get more context about it. But yeah, I'll always say that.
So may I ask, am I just right about Yuri being cutting herself?
I mean, after what you've seen, I'm sure that's not out of the window.
Yeah. I get why it might be a cult classic now.
Yeah, it definitely shook people up.
Yeah. Appreciate the glitching out.
I mean, Sayori doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, the MC, if this was a real person in a real situation, shouldn't feel bad about what he did. Because, while ultimately you should support people, you shouldn't feel responsible for their ailments.
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem of depression. I mean, like, it's a hard one, because it's like, you need to balance your interactions with them.
Yeah.
As well.
It's like, how much of you do you have to give in order to support
Right.
them? It's like, at one point, it becomes dependency.
Right.
Not-
That's why it's hard for, friend groups to deal with someone with depression, because it's like,
Everyone has different ways of handling it. Yeah.
right. And experience is just, like, depression has the very unfortunate process of, like, causing everything to suck. You find the negatives in a situation, which furthers the depression. And it's like, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy sort of situation.
Yeah.
Surreal horror. I feel like they may have been setting some stuff up.
I mean, Monica did tell us that we shouldn't have left her hanging around that morning.
That's fair. I do actually fully agree. That is on MC. Oh, minigame now. Oh, no.
Oh.
That's not a poem.
That's not a poem. That's an art asset that got messed up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. She's in the way.
Oh. Yeah. Can't do anything about that.
Had to pick a game and story that's based around psychology and mental health.
I mean, that's why I'm like, ooh, this is perfect. Because it's not too long. It's definitely worth talking about. And I think it's great for a beginner because you hadn't heard about it, so...
It's a really interesting thing, so within the psychology community and, like, talking about mental health, games like this are really... Or, like, stories like this are a really interesting point of discussion, because there's an argument to be made that they're not helpful. Because they give credence to the ideas. They give a little bit more... Like, yes, they're discussing why probably it's not great to commit suicide or do these things. But they also make them more concrete.
So you're saying that even talking about them is debatably bad because it puts the idea in people's heads?
Kind of. And I think it would still be, it's probably better to have these kind of stories or not. And I think the way they're doing it is probably the way to do it. I like it, and as I said, it's a discussion because it's like the psychology community isn't really sure. There's no research or anything done into it. But it's just one of these things where it's like, putting these ideas into people's heads, putting you know, them into almost reasonableness.
No,
Sure.
this one felt more obsessive than depressive.
Sure.
She's like,
Obsessive.
"Oh my god, your body heat! I want your body heat."
You're right, and which is
Yeah.
more so what cutting is. So okay, going into more of my understanding of psychology.
Sure.
Cutting is a lot more about control. For a lot of people who cut, the issue is that they don't feel like they have the ability to control things in their life, and they don't feel like they can influence their life a lot. So cutting is a moment where they can focus solely on themselves and feel like they have control over the feeling.
Interesting. So
That
they feel,
is.
so they're like, "Hey, I'm doing something. Here's the result of what I'm doing."
Right.
And
And
only,
they can,
only I know of it, or at least generally
right.
only I know.
And only they have control over it. It does go along with obsessive things because you don't feel like you have control in your life with a lot of the obsessive disorders and like things of that nature. The most common one I think to have cutting as like a issue is borderline personality disorder, which is a really poor name because it sounds like you almost have a personality disorder.
You're just on the cusp, I guess.
That's what it sounds like, and that's not what it is. So I do think, again, another discussion is probably needs to be a renaming of that one, like other ones have been renamed, because it's just when people hear borderline, they think on the line of personality disorder. But yeah, borderline is more like if you think about the classic examples, like the crazy girlfriend who like flips between flips between being like really happy to see you and really pissed off. You know, one day she'll be yelling at you and throwing things, and the next she'll be all lovey-dovey over you. And generally that's attributed to what's called splitting, which is basically everything is all good or everything is all bad in your life, like in your mindset.
It's only extremes, basically.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if they've done their research properly, the fact that she hides her hands behind her arms behind her back a lot, that wouldn't surprise me if that is a very common thing, because you're kind of putting even more distance between people being able to see your arms.
Yeah, it's you're subconsciously hiding it, even when you're not necessarily meaning to.
Right. But like, it is a really common thing that like people who cut do wear long sleeve clothing because it's hiding the cutting.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah. And, you know, knowing with what you said, like that possibly, you know, abuse, parental abuse, it makes sense that it's like hers focuses more on the lack of her ability to do anything.
Yeah.
Because that's a, you know, being useless is a common
it's
thing
common, like quote unquote argument that
Yeah.
parents will have to their children. It's like you're like, why did I have you? You're useless. It's like, you're the one who procreated.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It just fucking jumps off a fucking cliff. Bro, I feel so bad for people who just wanted a fun dating sim.
Dazzle and party. Oh,
That's not great. Hey, I was right.
a mouse.
Oh, that's your mouse, okay. Because, by the way, your mouse wasn't showing up before.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, I've not seen your mouse moving around the screen, so the fact that that's showing up is very funny.
Poor Sayori. She's been downgraded to a mouse.
I do like Netsky throwing in the "I don't like being home" line.
Yeah, that one is like, oh.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Is she bi? I don't think. I'm trying to think like what.
You try to nail down Monica's situation?
Yeah.
Like you get Yuri's and Natsuki's and obviously Sayori's. Yeah.
Yuri's, I guess, is the symptom, which is cutting. Cutting can be attributed to a lot of things because it's just that's part of the issue. Is a lot of symptoms kind of connect to each other, so treating it and figuring out what thing you're dealing with is hard for therapists. Because someone who is depressed might cut because they don't feel like they have control outside the time they're cutting, right? Or it might be, you know, that that's the only time they actually feel emotions when they're in the cutting. Also, I just noticed the post on the background.
Oh shit! I did not know. Oh my god!
I've been there the entire time.
Oh god! I never noticed that.
Monica's body covers it the entire time.
I did not notice that. Oh, I've seen people play through this game. I've never seen that. Oh god, that's morbid.
Did they both always look so sad?
Oh.
Wait, why did it start at 10?
Oh, wait, what?
It's at 11 out of 20 right now.
Oh, yeah. And I saw, when I hit swimsuit, I think I saw Monica bop her head up here. Like she was, I think she was like bottom left corner.
Yeah.
I think she popped her head up. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something. Oh.
Wait,
I think we're done.
no, that looks fine. It's adding a 1. Are you just clicking randomly?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
I don't think it really matters at this.
point.
Oh yeah, there she, there she was again.
Jesus Christ! Just goes off the fucking edge. Holy shit!
I want to assume that's lemonade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna doubt it with my son.
Yeah, that was lemonade. Yeah.
Or scent is lemonade. Yeah. You put this on your list, right? Go on, go. Okay.
Oh, it restarted.
Ah, damn. That's like, this is why you need a depressed person in the group to make everyone feel better about themselves.
It seems to be pulling my mouse to Monica for some reason.
Wait, is it actually?
Yeah, I'm scrolling up and it's going down.
Can you hit Natsuki at all, or Yuri?
I could.
Brian, I take it with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one down.
6 one down.
Yeah.
This one?
No, one up. I think the one up because I was counting the one above it.
Okay.
Like the one that's kind of off. Yeah. I appreciate that. That's funny. Yep. This is borderline personality disorder. That is absolutely what they went with. Wow. I didn't know if you could distill borderline personality disorder into 3 days worth of meetings. This was her asking if she could go with you, or you would go with her.
Yeah, she could be my lover.
Say no. I want to see what happens. Also, just no in general, but. Yep. You know, as wild as this is, yeah, that is kind of what splitting does. All right, so we need Monica and Natsuki back, or Natsuki back.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit skip because I'm gonna be stuck here all weekend.
Yeah. So we need Natsuki and Monica come back so we can get the announcement, right?
Yeah.
The investigation. This is still going. Oh, it's you being serious that you're here all night.
Oh, all weekend, yeah. Now it's Saturday.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anyone who's actually skipped through each one by hand.
Someone did until they realized you're supposed to do this. Like, there was like 3 people clicking. They're like, how long do you have to fucking do this for?
That's really funny. No, but yeah, I mean, splitting is a really problematic part of borderline personality disorder because it really does cause us, like, a switch can be flipped like that, where you're like going from really happy, everything's great, you know, way too great, into everything sucks and suicide. It really can flip like a switch like that. And I can understand why Monica's a character people like or are interested by. So she's deleting your memory of the
Yeah, not my memory, just them in general.
Oh, she deleted Natsuki as well. Aw.
Yep.
I just want to say, again, someone had a vision, and they weren't gonna be. They were gonna be like, "Fuck no, we're not going to change it. We'll make this game goddamn free since no one will pay us to make it."
Just talking to you, man.
I fucking hate you, Brian, so much.
Oh. So yeah, Sayori and Yuri are obviously were pushed by Monica to be a lot more crazy than they normally would. So Sayori was probably depressed, but not to the intense level that she was, and Yuri was a little obsessed with you, but not to the level she definitely was. I want to show you a little funny Easter egg. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game.
What? I also noticed the save is deleted. The original saves you're making were deleted.
Yeah, they were. But yeah, there's no point in saving. Don't worry, she's not going anywhere.
This is weird. The only word I can use for it is this is weird.
I will tell you this. This game will just keep going. What do you think I have to do?
Quit, I assume, is the only...
Nope. You quit, you boot up the game, she's still here.
No. I'm curious how much dialogue to have written for it. Is it actually like...
I think it eventually starts looping, but it just keeps on going.
I mean, do you have to load a save?
No.
No? I mean, she's talking about deleting characters from the, like, directly in files. Is that actually what you have to do?
Yes.
You actually have to go delete...
Yeah, you have to delete Monica from the file.
That's funny.
So I'm going to go to Browse Files right now. You probably can't see this.
No, I can't.
Browse Local Files. Doki Doki. Characters. Monica. Monica.chr. I'm going to go ahead and delete that.
Probably a good idea. Someone had a vision. You want a tagline from me if you're actually going to make a video on this? Oh, this must have been a technical nightmare. I'm just thinking, I really want Monica to come back in like a glitch moment kind of thing. But I feel like it's gonna happen. Yep, well, that works. No, okay. This is fucking wild. Please tell me it uninstalls itself.
It doesn't uninstall itself.
That'd be such a good way to do it. I don't know if they could do that, because the game would have to have control of your Steam profile.
So, that's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Someone had a vision.